2, 1, start.
Nancy Drew, I presume.
Awesome.
I'm Joanna Riggs.
Yeah.
To be chill.
Thankfully, there's a lot of dialogue in this game. It's mostly phone calls.
Yeah, it is. And it's one of the only games that you can soft lock in like casual play. Which is really funny to me.
Can you imagine?
Basically, if you call Franklin Rose out of order, you can just completely make the game unplayable.
Yes, the Maya love.
Great, love that for me.
No, not you won't do it, I promise.
Another piece
We'll see, we'll see.
And it's priceless, which means I practically had to sell my own grandmother to get it. How did
Sell my own grandmother to get it.
That face she makes.
He's a wizard when it comes to these deals.
She's like, Taylor Sinclair might be doing something illegal, but no, we don't know. I don't want to look into it too hard.
Chill.
Pretty
An
much.
exhibit of this caliber is not kid stuff. Franklin Rose
It's not
assures
kid
me
stuff.
You're a real trooper, and I hope he's right
Oh
because
god, I
I'm not
hate
here
that
to
phrase.
babysit.
You're a real
I don't
trooper.
care who your father is.
If there's one thing I've learned from my father, it's the value of hard work. Just tell me
Yeah.
where to start.
There's
Value
a
of
list of
hard
tasks
work.
for you in the lab.
Can we
Once
get
you've
a
knocked
Joanna
those off,
impression?
we'll regroup.
My Joanna
Who's the
impression
rest of the
is
staff
usually,
around here?
who knows?
Had to make some
Since she says it
knows?
so many
So
times
we'll
in
be
this
relying
game.
heavily on our volunteer staff, namely you.
Uh-huh.
Besides Henrik and me, the only people who will be around to pester you are Taylor Sinclair, my ace art dealer, and Alejandro
Ace art
Okay.
dealer.
Attaché to the Mexican consulate and executive thorn in my side.
Tell me more about Alejandro Del Rio.
Ugh, wouldn't you rather hear about the monolith? It's a massive pillar of stone, nearly 1,500 years old, with Maya glyphs carved into it. We've installed it in
Maya
the
glyphs.
garden.
By the way,
Wait until
everyone,
you see it.
we've raised the goal to $1,500
The
now.
monolith was made
Thank
at
you for the
special
donation
request of
from
King
Leah,
Papal
who
himself,
says,
but we
"Let's
don't
go!
know what
Emergency
its
secrets
purpose
of the Scarlet Hand." I mean, yeah.
Henrik?
Yes, Karen.
Vanderheun, world-renowned expert in
Sometimes I
Maya
forget the names of the games
He's the latest
because
addition
it's
to
like
the
that.
Beach Hill
It's
Brain
SSH.
Trust. I told him I don't even want to see his pointy Vander head till he's got a translation on that monolith.
Also, anything that has secret in the name, I will mix up with other secrets. I'll be like, yes, Secret of the Old Clock, and we're playing Secret of the Scarlet Hand.
The arts. How cultured.
How cultured!
Ooh, okay.
I remember as a kid when I first played this game, I couldn't find those cards. We spent like 2 days trying to figure out where those were.
Amazing.
Also, this game came in like 3 different double packs, I swear, because we had like 4 copies of this game, and I still don't know why. Oh, heck yeah.
Okay. The matching games are going to be rough because I definitely
Yeah.
am not prepared for this.
I mean,
Okay, so Bull is just massive RNG. It can take forever. It can be super fast. So this is basically like one of the big determining factors of whether the run is going to be good or not. We'll see.
yeah. This is honestly, to me, the worst mini game in this series. I really dislike it. And we have to play it in 2 games. Because it's one of the games we have to play with Jane Penvlin in Curse of Blackmore Manor, right?
Yes. Yes! No, I just need to do that 2 more times.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Dramatic. Hut.
Oh.
Hut. Thank you, Vivika, for the $10 donation. Shout out to Karen for stepping up. Let's go. Thank you to Kat for the $10. How are the tasks coming along? Thank you to
It's incredible.
Thank you to Sarah Kosk for $10, saying thank you for filling in and supplying with us with some prime content. We are now over $300. You guys are so fantastic.
That's amazing.
Like, honestly, I'm already just so floored by how generous this fandom is and this community. I love you all so
Truly.
much. But
Yes.
oh, heck yeah.
Okay. Honestly, not a bad bull, but I'm not going for the world record today.
Valid. That Sculpit emote, by the way, if you guys want that, it's from Curlmeister Sisters. If you want to hop on over and give us a subscribe, then you too can have the Scopa emote.
This side looks
Nancy
damaged.
Drew, or should I say Detective Drew.
Detective
I'm
Drew.
Sinclair.
Who told you
God,
he was a detective?
the moment we
I
met
was at
him
a
when I was a
meeting with
kid,
the
the first time we
DOD
played this
recently,
game,
and
I
got
remember
wind of your
thinking
appointment
to myself,
and your
oh, I don't like him.
Very impressive.
And we spent so much
He's-
time not going to his office because we were terrified of him.
Deputy curator, remember?
He's very entertaining, I will be honest.
He's a fascinating character,
Diamonds count?
Ouch.
I will say.
Ouch.
Seriously, though,
But as a
how can you
child,
feel
he
here?
was
I'm afraid the
terrifying.
museum may be in terrible jeopardy.
What kind of jeopardy?
What
Joanna
kind
told me
of
to butt out,
jeopardy?
but I'm so fond of Beach Hill, I just hate to see it fall.
Oh my
through.
goodness, we got
Scoundrels.
some more donations.
It's a sensitive
We got
subject. You'll be in my
$100
office
from
later, and I'll
friend
explain
John.
everything
Thank
then.
you so
Where's your
much.
office?
He says, good luck to all runners. Make sure to give Carol a raise too. We got $5 from Goblin Blips. Cassie. Thank you so much. She says, Nancy the volunteer carrying the museum on her back. Exactly.
It's true. Oh my god. I could navigate faster, but I just won't.
These first few games, it's so difficult finding the right place to click when you're trying to get around, I feel. Shout out to Sunny's first appearance in the games. Exactly. I was obsessed. Again,
Yes, I love this game, and it is iconic because of that.
Yeah, honestly. Again, this puzzle we just brute forced because we didn't know where the all the information is. We didn't know that it was in Sunny's notes. So we just did the audio puzzle
Pleased to
just by
meet you.
guessing.
What are you working on?
Just some light housekeeping.
Housekeeping?
Is an important aspect of preserving them. Anyway, what can I do
Our
for you?
favorite amnesia.
Bye.
Round, Henrik.
Bye.
That's the only
Bye.
conversation we have with Henrik, and then the... Hold on, what am I doing? No, this one is first. Wait, I have to turn it. Oh my god, okay.
No worries. This is just how I'm going to run the game that I've been practicing for weeks. So, just so you guys know. Something to look forward to tonight.
Listen, we can't all be Brecky.
Yeah, fantastic run to start the entire thing. Getting a world record, and the rest of us are like, okay. Get in the hospital! Yeah, Henrik. Just fall down the pyramid quicker. Question. Was he pushed, or does he just fall?
Okay, I saw somebody like saying that he was pushed, and I was shocked. Like this happened recently, because I always just thought he fell.
I
I
always
was
assumed
like,
he was
what?
pushed, but people are like, no, he just fell. And so I don't know.
I'm Nancy Drew.
I need
the new
people
deputy
to
curator
in
over
chat
at
tell me.
Beach
Oh
Hill.
my goodness, we got. Oh my goodness, thank you, Dr. Ray Ray, for $190. Hello, this is the number for the black market.
Conquistadors?
Oh my goodness.
When the Spanish explorers invaded
Explorers.
Mexico, they became known
I hate that the fastest way through this conversation is basically like shutting him down, because I'm
Oh,
like,
no.
no, he's right.
Oh no, we are at $600
anything they
even.
did not steal
That's incredible.
ground.
Do you blame
Okay, so
Joanna
we
and
might need to
modern-day art
up
collectors for
the
something that
donations again.
happened
Like I said,
long before
if
they were
at
born?
1,000,
more.
if we get to
In the
1,000 by the
19th
end of
century,
today,
archaeologists discovered the
I
ruins of
will
ancient
sing
civilizations
something from the
predating
games
even the
tomorrow.
Aztecs. Many of the dig sites were robbed And the stolen
Can we
artifacts
talk
were
about
sold off
Poppy
to
Dada
art
putting an
museums and
ancient
collectors
relic in
around
her
the world.
painting?
Today, finally,
Yeah.
it is illegal among most civilized nations to remove an artifact from its native
See,
country.
chat is
But
also
sadly,
saying that,
there are
you know,
thousands of
they're not
precious
agreeing either.
antiquities
They
with
thought he just
highly
fell.
questionable provenance floating around the Western world.
I see. Well, I should.
I think it would be
probably
really
get going.
funny
Here are the
if it
changes
was
to
that he
the
just
loan
fell.
agreement for the monolith.
He's old, man.
Yeah, apparently he's 60.
Thank you.
He
I have
just
some
got up
business
the
with Joanna
pyramid
to
and then he
receive
just
later, so I
missed
will
his
return
step
the
and he
contract
fell.
to
It
her
happens
then after I have
to the
looked it
best of
over.
us.
Are you
I have
sure?
fallen down more
I
sets of
don't mind
stairs than I
waiting.
care
You
to
may
admit.
consider your mission accomplished.
Well, okay then.
Well,
Goodbye.
okay
Bye.
then.
All right, now we talk to Sinclair.
It's about time. Oh, my fears are like maggots infesting my poor old car.
See,
Oh my-
he says stuff like this. I'm like, honestly, he is pure camp, and I love it.
It's true though. He really is.
The art
That's why
world is
he's
being
like a
ransacked,
fantastic
Nancy.
character.
Prudence
But also,
Rutherford,
it's like,
a major
Nancy,
Yeah.
you should
artist,
not be
had
going
her
to meet
fire
this
ruby
man
necklace
in his
stolen
office
from her
alone.
villa in Topeka.
Absolutely, he's so slimy. He's so slimy.
Maya artifacts was heisted from a museum in New
Then how did he
Mexico.
fall all down all the stairs and land in front
I'm
of the
just telling you,
pyramid?
this community,
You know,
our
some of
friends and
us are
colleagues,
just
my people are being
really fun. Oh,
systematically
thank you.
trounced by thugs.
Thank you, Dr. Ray
Who's to
Ray,
say
for
Beach
adding
Hill
that
won't be
command
next?
saying
You've
that
got to do
for the
something.
incentive.
Joanna, share your concerns.
I've urged Joanna to approach the board about making
I've
some security
urged
upgrades,
Joanna.
but she just keeps
Some
saying
of
that
these-
the timing isn't right to ask
Some
for
of
money.
these
I understand
like
your
lines
concern.
are burned
What
into
can
my
I do to
brain
help?
because of how many
We
times I
need
played
your
this as a
eagle
kid.
Eyes.
Mhm.
We need your bat ears.
I need your
you
bat
to
ears.
Sniff out the stink of trouble.
I'll do my
And
best,
your
but
bare
it sounds
hands.
Like what you really need is a new breed of
Sorry.
police dog.
Don't play modest mouse with me.
Okay, no more flattery. That's an
Okay.
interesting piece there by your desk. Something tells me it's not a Maya artifact.
I
How
mean,
about that rubber shark?
it is
The
my
artist's name
artifact
is
on there.
Poppy Dada. She's a teenager in South Dakota. The art world is going bananas.
Like if you have fat ears and are a modest
I'll load
mouse.
That one for some serious De Niro.
I'd better get going.
See you around.
Good thing Franklin gave me the museum key.
Good thing he gave me the
Okay.
museum key. My notes for this from when we played it as a kid, because we still have our Nancy Drew notebook, it literally like describes all of the people's faces in ridiculous ways. Because we didn't want to draw them, because we couldn't do it well enough.
Did I do this wrong? Uh-oh. I did this wrong, and I'm gonna have to look up the photo of what it looks like because I have notes with numbers on them,
Oh,
and they didn't work. So give me a hot sec. World record. I think I'm gonna get it.
My notes say tea cheek and it cracks me up. Yeah, that's literally what we just put too. I actually still have our Nancy Drew notebook that we used for many years, and it lives in my office now because I still use it for if I play Ransom of the Seven Ships. I don't solve that underwater Sudoku at all.
Oh, okay.
There
How
we
did I
go.
mess that up? Okay. And then that should, yeah, there we go. That should trigger the. For some reason, the alarms don't work in my game. It's just like
Are on their way.
usually there's like an alarm that blares.
Yeah, there is. I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
don't
every
mind not
time
hearing
she
the
just
alarm.
walks in and she's like, "Beach Hill's been hit," and I'm like, "What?" All right. Now we go talk to Joanna.
Yeah.
Do I have to look at
He's
this?
a commission for the arts. That's the organization Prudence Rutherford works for.
That's the
Someone has
organization
cooked
Prudence
up
Rutherford
my
works
worst
for.
nightmare and served it to me on a plate.
What am I saying? There we go.
I'd like to have a look at the screen scene myself. With the the police turn up any clues?
The police took some samples for the crime lab, but they couldn't promise any overnight results. So if you want to
Do you
put your
have
little
wind
magnifying
chimes?
glass up to the scene, it's fine with me.
I've got
Aaron?
work
Do I
Bye.
have wind chimes?
Because it sounds like there are wind chimes in the background. Maybe I'm hearing something weird. Maybe it's... I don't know. Shout out to
hear any,
museum
but-
donor Bubba Fatsis. There's...
Need something?
It also,
Have you
Punchy
seen Henry?
LaRue
I
is
found
one
a
of
piece
the
paper inside that they call
donators in the
display
museum,
case. It had some glyphs.
Oh.
and a print of a red
which is
hand.
where
I'm
we
hoping
first
he
saw
can
it,
give
and
me
we
a
were like,
translation.
wow.
What am I? Fish food?
Okay, other
Hope
people are
it's not the
hearing
only
the
one
wind
around
chimes.
here who
I'm
can
not
read a glyph,
crazy,
you know.
but
Oh, there are wind chimes. I just realized. Yeah, there are wind chimes outside. I'm just so used to them.
The police
yeah,
showed
no,
me
I
the
understand
note.
that. My
It
parents have a
said,
bunch of wind
"The
chimes,
magician
so when I'm at
suffers
their
yellow
house, I
death,"
never notice.
whatever that
Thank
means.
you so much
Apparently,
to
the thief
Carol
just couldn't come up with the
for
glyphs the
$25.
curator suffers
Here's how
flaming
Karen can
purple
still get the
disgrace.
world record.
I'm curious. There's a thief left. Does it have any significance in Maya culture?
Afraid I can't help you there. What I want to know is what the
People were
hand
saying
was
they thought it was
printed
outside
with.
their
It's
window.
obviously not
That just makes me
fingerprints.
want
That
wind
is
chimes.
so
Some
funny.
analysis on it in the
Honestly,
lab.
I miss
Got
wind
work
chimes.
to do.
Go
It's
to
just an elaborate troll of me. I'm like, I'm gonna set up these wind chimes and then I'm gonna go live as a backup on the Nancy Drew stream. What is happening? I need to. Oh my god.
This is what you guys are gonna see me do in Midnight in Salem, and that is just literally constantly forgetting which way I need to go. Rollmeister Spectroanalyzer.
I've had no practice.
And you're still doing
Do
better
not
than...
blame me for any
Got a
mistakes.
graph of the chemical
Definitely
link
not.
to the handprint. Now I've got
Oh,
to
that was
match
it.
up with a known substance. That's it.
That's it!
And now I have to look at. Ooh.
According to this chart, HS stands so the handprint was made from
It's just...
sulfur.
I like how you can just walk away while she's doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Do you
It's
have
fine,
to
we
go
don't need to
visit
do that.
Henrik in the... You have to visit him in the whatchamacallit,
need
right?
something?
In the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did the chemical analysis you
I have to
That red hand was printed with a compound containing mercury and sulfur.
listen to like my voicemail, and the nurse calls us and is like, he's been saying his name, like, or he's like, he's been calling for you, Nancy. And it's so funny because like when you're speedrunning it, you literally go, hi, I'm Nancy, what are you doing? And then you leave.
He's like, she's the only one I know is not involved in this. Even though I have amnesia, I know this to be true.
With the distributor.
I've got work to do.
See you around.
Okay, time for
See you
drama.
around. Drama.
If I can get there.
Oh!
Oh, and the close-up, Nancy, this is brutal.
F in the chat for Henrik.
Amnesia?
Must have taken a real nose.
Honestly, what a wild card. These games are just like, let's give him amnesia.
This game,
Such a soap opera move.
it really is. This entire game is a soap opera, it feels like.
Okay, I need to go to the museum and listen to my messages now.
Okay. Oh. Oh my goodness. I honestly, gosh, I never realized how much of this game I just have like memorized, like based on
Nancy,
the
hi.
like playing it so many times. Thank you so much to Sarah for the $35 donation, saying, fun you ended up running this since we just talked yesterday about all the phone condos. Have fun.
To acquire that Pakal carving.
Oh, hi, Sarah.
Main attractions. I don't want to take
Educational
you away from
soap
your
opera.
internship, but
They
if
do
you can
say
it,
that this is an educational game, and I have
well,
I have some.
I think I speak
I don't
for the whole
agree.
board when I say we'd be very grateful.
I very firmly believe that the games shouldn't be considered educational in the sense that they like provide education about like certain topics, but they do give like inspiration to people to like be interested in topics.
Definitely this game is part of what made Ariana, my sister, for people who don't know, she started studying, when we went to college, she was studying Latin American history as her major. And this game was part of
Oh, I
what
love that.
made her get into it. But partially because learning about the stuff in this game and then learning that there were a lot of wrong facts about it is part of what made her want to just go into it.
That's the bad part of it. But yeah, no, that's seriously, there's so many people who are like, oh, I was super into so-and-so topic because of the game.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Ray Ray, for the $6 donation, raising it up to $666. I'm not gonna sing it, though. I know you want me to sing it. I will say 666, the number of the beast. That's what I'll say. I may or may not be majoring in history because of Professor Hotchkiss. I love that!
Left me a message regarding Henrik Vanderheun. How is he?
Nancy Drew. Oh.
Nancy Drew.
Oh, I'm so
It's like, you're famous here. Henrik won't shut up about you. he spoke 2 words to you and never forgot.
personal support person.
He has amnesia, but when you said, huh? Housekeeping?
Reality orientation.
That really stuck in his brain.
Is a kind of treatment that
Yeah,
helps
pretty
the
much.
patient get reacquainted with the facts and circumstances of his or her life. Henrik has not actually lost.
Someone donate
memory.
66 cents.
It's just that his brain
I don't
is
think you can
injured in
donate
such
less than
way
$1.
that he can't access
So,
the place where the
sorry, we'll just
memories
have to
are
get
stored.
all the way up to
So, how does he regain
1,666.
access to the storage place?
Repetitive memory exercises to help Henrik relearn the basic facts like his name and address.
Or
the name of his
6,000.
parakeet, if he has one, the date, and so on. Second, we
That's what we're
try
gonna have to get.
Stimulate Henrik's sensory memory.
Lonnie's voice
in
is
order to help
unforgettable. It's
trigger
true, mostly
or
because it's
find
just
the way
burned
back
into my
to
brain.
His cognitive memory.
It's
Where do
locked.
I come in?
You
Where do I
can't
come
help
in?
Henrik remember his childhood.
It is wild. Like in the earlier games, she really is doing more of like a young voice,
Oh, yeah,
and it just
definitely.
slowly becomes so much more mature over the years.
Yeah, it has to do with the vocal direction.
Is the reality orientation
I
board.
think.
This
I think
is a
it was
place to
like.
post
I think she talked about this
information
at some
and
point,
pictures
and
for
I
the
can't remember
patient
what
to
she said
look
though,
at
so I'm
over
not
a
going to try
period
and
of
quote her.
time.
But
You
I
may
think it
want to
is very
bring in
cool
images or
that we can
photos
hear
to
like
place on the
how
board.
she really
Things from the
developed the
museum,
character of
perhaps.
Nancy
I see.
in the way that she did
Well,
it.
I'll be happy to help in
Mhm.
any way I can.
And I think
When
it's
are
kind of cool that
visiting
we have
hours?
a new
Visiting
Nancy as
hours
well,
are 10 to 4
because we get to
every
see her
day
take on it
if
too.
the patient is not
Mhm.
engaged in treatment and if he seems stable.
Stable
And if
how?
he
Just
seems stable.
remember, Henry's brain has been knocked around like a peanut in its shell.
Okay, thank
He
you
may
for the
have
$3
attention
from
difficulties,
Double Bubs
headaches,
saying for the
anxiety.
lulz. And then
Sometimes he
$20
may
from
seem
Celeste with
giddy,
no
too.
comment. Thank you
We
so
need to
much.
keep these conditions in check. Don't push him too hard, or he may have some kind of meltdown.
Honestly,
The warning, Nurse
this
Blipsy.
game gave me the hope that we were going to get a meltdown. We didn't get one.
It's true.
False advertising.
Yeah. There are a couple of these games that have things
Keep it
that they
real. Mac
mention,
speaking.
and I'm always like
Hi,
really
I'm
hoping
gonna
that they
do
would happen. Like,
Oh,
honestly, Shadow
yes,
Ranch with the
you go to
flood
Shadow
warning.
Ranch when they're like, worry about the storms.
And then it never
There's never
comes
a
up.
storm.
Hello there, Beach Hill.
It's like, how dare?
Hey, you're not Sunny June. Whatever happened to that guy? I suppose he caught a run
Whatever
on a
happened to
flying
that
saucer.
guy?
What a riot. I'm sorry. Anyway, you don't get to reorder, do you? Unless you ate last week's shipment for breakfast, that
The
is.
He
$1,500
makes that
goal
joke,
is just
and then
the...
later he's like, I was kidding. It's extremely toxic.
Shipped to the museum?
Well, to be fair, that's very good that they tell that to
I
children.
guess we didn't ship it at all.
Yeah.
It looks like the package was picked up here at the warehouse.
$1,500 goal is just the goal of the event, which is going to get higher. But at $1,000,
Can
I
you
will
remember anything about the person who
I
picked
will
up the
sing
package?
something. I will sing the word
I sure
the word
can't.
she
Guess I
couldn't
must have
keep.
been at lunch or something.
Word
Well,
they couldn't
thanks
keep.
for your
I don't know
help.
the name of the
Sure
song
thing.
anymore.
I hope there wasn't any problem with the
But I'll
stuff,
sing that
was there?
tomorrow if you guys
We
raise
only
$1,000
used the
today.
top-grade mercuric sulfide.
Problem? Not that I could hold you responsible for.
Well,
Thank
got
you
a
for
little
the
green in the
$7.66 from
thanks.
Veronica that says,
hope
I
you
sure
know
hope
that
this
mercuric
works.
sulfide is
So
highly
now we have
toxic.
$696.66. So 69,666. Thank you
Give
guys.
us a call in about 4 months or so when you start to run out.
Thanks,
okey-doke?
Veronica.
And don't forget to keep it real.
Keep it real.
All right, now we can go see Henrik at the hospital.
At least for these older games, when we're speedrunning them, you can kind of like figure out what's going on with the game.
You look familiar.
The newer games, it's
it
just
time
like,
for my
no,
snack?
you have no
That's
idea
true.
what's going on.
I'm Nancy.
Yeah, the newer games are just like, I'm gonna solve every puzzle I possibly can and just trigger the ending.
Beach
Yeah.
Hill is a museum here in Washington, D.C. Before your accident, you were working there on some important Maya glyph translations. Do you remember anything about that project?
I don't even. So if you're here to squeeze me for details,
King
you're
of memory loss,
wasting
it's
your
true.
time.
Actually,
We also have
most blueprint
69
links with
viewers right
regular
now,
visits.
so.
I may be able to help you
Oh, dang.
more quickly.
How?
His
pray
pecs
tell,
look good.
do you
Mandy.
intend to do that?
I'll visit. We'll
I'm gonna listen. There were a lot of people in the fandom who have a thing for Henrik, and to be fair, he does not look 61.
No, he doesn't.
Come on, Henrik.
And
You'll
he's
feel
good.
much
You
better
know, he's
when
been
things
taking
start
really
coming
care of
back to
himself.
you.
A lot of
I've
care.
got a picture with me if you'd like to give it a try.
Fine, I'll do it.
He's a silver fox.
Okay,
Y'all.
Here we go. These symbols mean the magician suffers yellow death.
Your translator is sloppy. I should know. I am the author of the original work.
You don't agree with the
I am the
translation?
author of the original
first glyph is
work.
the fool, not the magician.
Honestly, what a plot twist.
Calligrapher
I
knows
know,
those glyphs
right?
Referred to the infamous plague of oozing hives. A fitting curse for a fool, don't you think? I rather like it.
Henrik, this
I feel like I remember playing this as a kid, and like you find out he wrote it, and you're like, oh!
Honestly, yeah, it's one of those things like the end of Danger on Deception Island where you're just like,
Yeah, Danger on Deception Island is dramatic. It's so shocking.
it really is. It's just
my
wild.
head. Oh,
I love
no
these
pressure.
earlier
I
games
can't
because
take
they
any
are
more
just
today, Nancy.
wild. They just go for it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Some memory therapy. Nancy, could you come back tomorrow?
I will not come back tomorrow. I will come back in like 5 minutes after I talk to Taylor Sinclair.
It's a fiasco, just as
It's
I
a
feared.
fiasco, just as
I'm
I feared.
Sick about the whole thing.
I see you checking with Joanna.
I was in the museum when it happened.
Do you think it's the
Really?
same
Why were
person
you
who
in the
carried
museum
out
when it
those
happened,
replicas?
sir?
That awful red
Right?
on Prudence Rutherford's jewelry box in Topeka, and on the display
This is
case
the
in
first
museum
game
in
also with
Mexico.
Prudence
What's
Rutherford?
the chance they're not connected?
Why do you
Yes, yes, this game lays down the groundwork for so much of the series.
It sure does.
I need a photo. There we go.
I need a photo of the Pakal carving.
I need
You
a
have
photo of
one?
the
Joanna
Pakal
took the
carving.
official print for her insurance claim, but I have a couple extras. Here you go. Keep up the good work.
The comb over? Yeah,
I will.
it is a comb over. It adds to the character design, and I think it fits in beautifully.
Well, look who it is.
Oh, he
Ready to
sounds
do
so
some memory
happy.
work, Henrik?
I know.
Picture. This will help you to remember.
That face. He's as familiar as my own feet.
Do you
As
know
your own
his
feet?
name?
That's such a weird thing to
Nancy,
say.
this is the stolen carving.
It's familiar
Yeah.
as my own
And
feet.
I'm the one who
I'm gonna be honest. If I saw like my feet in a lineup with other people's feet that were similar, I don't know if I would recognize my own feet.
I think I might,
I can't remember.
but only because my feet are weird.
The answers are in your mind. You just need to find them.
It's
I mean, but to be
Museum.
fair, I feel like
Are you
feet
sure,
mostly just
Henrik?
look the
If you
same.
plan to sell the Pakal on the black market,
to protect him. I had to protect him. Oh, Pakal.
Oh,
Something's
Pakal.
wrong at that museum.
Oh, Pakal. I knew him well.
Anyone who could stand in the way.
what kind of plot?
Forgive me, Nancy, but when I woke up in this hospital bed, I didn't even know my
Cat's
own
having
name.
fun.
Perhaps the only
Maybe
thing I
he
can
was
offer
asking
you is
for
this
Nancy
key.
because his
It was
ex-wife
found in
is
one of my
named
pockets
Nancy.
when I was brought in.
Oh my
course.
god, that would be so good.
Haven't a
I
clue.
don't know how they
Take
like
key
got
now,
the
Nancy.
like how
Find
did they
out what
figure
it
out which
opens
Nancy
and
to
return
call?
to me,
And
please,
how
with some
like did he
answers.
specifically say Nancy Drew
In the
at
meantime,
the
I'll
Beach Hill
think of my
Museum?
friend Pakal
Like
and see if
how else
there's
did they get her the
anything
number
that
at the
you must
museum and
keep this to
everything?
yourself for now. It's
I
your
guess they
only
might
hope
have just
of
called the
getting to
museum
bottom
and
of
been
this.
like,
You
hey,
messed up. I'll be
whoever's
back.
named
Be
Nancy.
I don't know why I pulled that out of my rabbit. Okay, so
Honestly, this museum is so iconic to me. I want to make it in The Sims. This is.
ooh,
We're gonna do it. This is
good.
the next Nancy Drew build I'm doing. Imagine asking for your ex-wife and you get some teenager that asks you a ton of questions instead. Imagine being Joanna and Henrik remembers the intern and not you.
Oops, I stole that. Oh, okay, let's leave that there.
Wow, we really don't
Hello,
talk to
Nancy.
Alejandro much in this run, do we?
Not really.
I know the Nahuatl word for snake. Can you help me?
I like how she's like, Alejandro, you're Mexican. You know Nahuatl, right?
It's part of my invention.
Now, if
That's
only I
so,
could
like,
remember
weird
the
to
word for
assume.
snake. I hear you have been a great help.
Actually, you can ask, I think, everyone about it.
Oh, okay. Okay, that
I
makes more
have a
sense.
specific memory of going up to, what's his face, Taylor Sinclair's office. I walk in, I go, do you know the Nahuatl word for snake? And he's like, no. And then I'm like, what was King Pakal afraid of? And he's like, I don't know. And then I just leave. And that was so funny to me.
Honestly, though.
I've lost track of. Here we
I'm
go.
sorry.
You tell me you were
No, that was my bad.
And now you have an urgent need to see the
Yeah, I think you can
provenance
ask Joanna
documents?
about it. I mean, I feel like it makes sense to ask Joanna about it because she's like,
Yeah,
running-
she should be the most likely person to know.
She really should.
Legal repatriation of the artwork.
Because of, you know,
Whenever
the
and
current,
wherever it resurfaces.
the current exhibit.
Guess I hadn't thought about it like that.
I feel my
Though
Nahuatl
I
coming
thought
back to me
Nahuatl
already.
was
Do you know what
more of a
Sihopili
language spoken
means?
by
Princess or
Aztec
lady.
people?
Now, if
Am I
only
wrong?
could remember the word
I
snake.
don't know.
I felt like maybe the Maya spoke, well, some of them. Obviously, they didn't all speak the same.
The red
language, it was just a
powder
lot
that
of the same
Maya
language
used?
family,
Sure, I know it.
but,
They use it at
um,
Beach Hill too, do they not?
I thought it was
Cinnabar
Quechua?
used to make the red
But I don't
hammer
know.
that was left at
Maybe
the
I'm
scene of
wrong.
the call theft.
What is your point?
I do know that
think
they
Joanna may
use a
have been
couple
less than truthful with
Aztec
me.
gods in
called the
this
police?
game, and I remember
don't
being
wanna
really
jump to
mad about it when I found
conclusions.
out.
Of course.
Like,
Yeah,
Tlaloc,
that is pretty
Joanna
bad.
couldn't possibly be a thief now,
Tlaloc
could she?
is
I should get back
an
to the
Aztec
museum.
god.
Goodbye.
It is an Aztec language. Thank you. Chat is verifying my claims. I feel like I should know, seeing as how my degree is in Spanish, and I did a bunch of Chicano studies classes to get that degree. But you know, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, the music in this game is so fantastic.
It is.
It's
There's the door.
it's banging in its own right, is I think what I classified this as.
Yeah, it's a groove.
It really
Hello, Nancy.
is.
You have a
It's up
special
there with
delivery for me, I hope?
like Labyrinth of Lies with me for that
Yes,
like awesome like guitar.
Good work, my friend. I suppose you would like something in return?
A
Yeah.
deal's a deal.
The Nahuatl word for snake is coatl. C-O-A-T-L.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
Gotta go.
Oh
Adios,
my
Nancy.
goodness. Muchos gracias, she says. Oh,
I know. Hearing Nancy speak other languages is not good.
but she has to do it on purpose because I know that Lonnie knows how to like pronounce French. That's the funny thing, is I've heard her do other things in like French. And yet she must have been told that Nancy couldn't speak French. And that's what she did on purpose.
Wait, where's the... Here it is.
The radio tube went out.
Yeah, it's okay. We already stole one from an exhibit, so it doesn't matter.
I know,
Something
she just steals it with no understanding of why she's taking this.
Yeah. And now she also just does a deal with the black market without knowing why she's doing it. This game and Danger on Deception Island are why my sister and I were obsessed with Morse code for a while. In our rooms, when we were growing up, our closets like connected, like there was just a thin wall. So when we were both grounded, we would sit in our closets and tap Morse code to each other through the closet wall.
I love that.
Yeah. So thank you to Her Interactive for teaching us a way to get around being grounded and not being allowed to talk to each other.
Oh, I went to the wrong place. Trying to go to the hotel.
At least you could skip through that. Oh my gosh, look at this laptop. Ugh, beautiful.
Oh, I'm calling Franklin Rose now.
I have so many of those phone numbers memorized. Still, you know the one that
Oh,
always
yeah,
gets
same.
523-555-4357
This is Nancy Drew.
or 4468
Calling for Franklin Rose, please.
Mm-hmm.
or 4399.
I was actually.
Do you have any news?
Oh, do I have any news? I need to contact a woman. Okay. I was actually like unnecessarily angry when they changed Bess's number in the games.
I agree. I already had that memorized.
Well,
Yeah,
you're
same.
in luck. It so
Gosh,
happens
how dare they?
Prudence and I sat on the panel of judges for the
I
Canada
love this. You judged a mime competition?
years in a row. Back when I lived in Wichita. How's that for a small world?
I mean, people do get new numbers. Yeah, sure.
Indeed,
However,
I did. I haven't
have you
talked to
considered
Prudence in about
that
2 years. But
I
let's see
I
if
had
still
it
have
memorized.
her old dinosaur
Exactly.
Rolodex. Yes, here we
It's
go.
part of the experience.
Yeah, because we used to have to punch in the numbers. Kids these days don't understand.
And 4468 is
What's this all about?
the number, the letters spell out hint on
Yeah.
on the phone.
And 4357 spells out help.
You're a real
Yeah.
pro, Nancy. Say,
So,
why
you know.
don't I call ahead and let Prudence know what's going on?
Yeah,
That way I can say hello and she'll be expecting you.
That would be great, Mr. Rose.
that would be great, Mr. Rose.
All right. Now let's get our smuggled package.
I know, right? It's so messed up.
Nancy's just like, okay, I sent the code word to the smugglers. They're gonna send the package now. There we go.
Yep.
And then she throws away that beautiful puzzle box.
That literally could go in the exhibit. Actually, it needs to be taken back because it looks like an artifact.
Nancy's like, nope, I have no use for this anymore. Bye.
Even though this game forces 10 plus
Nancy, you
minutes
have
of phone
brought
calls
me
on us,
back
it's
to my
such a relief
work.
that they're all bangers.
What do you remember?
It's true.
I've been
So
working
many
like
iconic
crazy.
lines
Look
in
at the
this
board.
game. Like the mime
This has
conversation.
something to do with the plot at the museum, Nancy. I'm sure of it.
Who's this whisperer of silent secrets?
The Whisperer came from a distinguished line of royal scribes. I can't seem
Oh,
to
yeah.
remember her name, but I do recall that she wrote an account of Maya history that greatly angered Pakal because of the way it depicted his ascent to the throne.
How did Pakal wish to be depicted?
From the age of 12, when he came to the throne, Pakal claimed to be divinely appointed the first true authentic king of the Maya. Then, the Whisperer came along and wrote that Pakal was only king because his mother pulled some strings.
Scandalous.
What happened to the scribe's
Can you imagine?
Pakal's swore
It
that
ends up
Honestly-
sounding
words
so
would
ridiculous.
never
Like,
see the
yeah,
light of
his
day.
mom pulled
He
some
put her
strings
body,
and he
her
was
soul,
made
and
up.
her writings all in a tomb and locked it up tight.
I know my mom can just pull some strings and I'll get to be king.
Does this mean that the monolith is hollow inside?
I have to say, people give like bridge Bridgerton, all of this like credit being like, oh my gosh, it's ancient Gossip Girl. The scribe in Secret of the Scarlet Hand is the original Gossip Girl.
If I could only figure out why I took the Pakal.
He looks great for 61. Does he use retinol? What's his skincare routine?
There's too much
Yeah.
at stake.
There's too much at stake.
Henrik, I received a note from your friends in Copan. I've got the
I'm
Copan food.
sorry.
Still need the Pakal,
I received a
though.
note from
How's
your
your
friends in
memory?
Copan.
Tomb. Nancy, I hid the Pakal carving in the
Girl.
replica of the Pakal tomb at the bottom of the temple exhibit.
The man's skin is great, but can we talk about this man's hair?
And another
I
thing,
know.
you'll need to
Very
get
full.
past
I
the
know.
quiz.
Luscious.
Sunny set it up with an impossible.
God, he doesn't even have a hint of a receding hairline.
Pakal was
It's true.
afraid of, but Sunny
Should we
was
all be so lucky?
petrified of the Coatamundi. It's an ornery bandit with a narrow snout.
I mean, he
and a
has
long
some
ringed
wrinkles,
tail, much
just on
like
his
a raccoon
forehead.
or a polecat.
You rest. I'll be back.
Y'all need to
Be
calm down in the chat about this man.
Will not be tamed.
We love a man with health care.
I don't remember which ones I have to click on. I'm gonna click on all these. Okay, that's probably fine.
Valid.
Ooh, oh. And now I call so many people.
You gotta call Chaco Canyon. Yeah. No one wants to break the current number. Someone's gotta do it.
Canyon Cultural Center.
Hi, I'm hoping to speak to someone
Someone's
about
gotta
the
do
theft
it.
that happened
Otherwise,
there recently.
Are
we
you the
won't
press?
get
No,
that
I'm a
singing.
detective investigating a similar
I
crime
will
in
spend
Washington,
tonight
DC.
learning
This is
that
Sheila
song.
Schultz, the director. What would you like to know?
My name is Nancy Drew. I'm calling from the Beach Hill Museum in Washington, D.C. I understand you had some rare Maya artifacts stolen recently.
That's right. It's a terrible loss. And
It's
the
a
police
terrible
here have
loss.
no
Her
leads.
voice is
Beach Hill
also
was
burned
robbed,
into my
too.
memory.
We lost one of our prized.
Oh my
jewels.
goodness.
Yeah, well,
I'm very sorry to hear that.
I'm wondering if
Thank
the
you, Carol,
robberies are
for the
connected.
$5
Do you mind if
donation.
I ask you a
Hashtag free
few
Britney.
questions about the incident
Yeah?
at Chaco Canyon?
Fire away.
Fire away.
What types of artifacts did the thief get away with?
Only the center's most prized pieces. The case contained 5 pre-Columbian
I
artifacts
had a
that were
physical
excavated
therapist
right
a
from
couple
this
years
area.
ago
Which piece
who,
would you say is the
in her
greatest loss for the
office,
center?
she
Definitely
had
the
a
jade
poster
carving.
up
It was highly
for
unusual.
Chaco
There was
Canyon.
a glyph on it that no one
And
Oh, I
every time
love
I saw
that.
it, I thought of this game.
Vanderhewn, that is. His opinion was
So-
that it's Mayan in origin, and that it may have been a place name glyph for this area. As you
Nancy's
can
just so
imagine,
chipper.
we
I understand
regarded
you
it
had
as
some rare
something of
Mayan
a regional
artifacts stolen
treasure.
recently.
Could you send me
You
a
know
photo
what?
of
To
that
be
jade
fair,
carving
it
so I can
every
take a
time
look
I
at
get
it?
on a phone
I'm
call
afraid I
with
sent our
someone
only
like
print
this,
off to the
I
insurance
also
company.
immediately
They said they'd
sound
return it,
incredibly
but
chipper.
Who knows when our claim will be processed? I'm sorry.
I've just
I loved the Chaco Canyon Cultural Center because I live in New Mexico and it made me feel seen.
Not off
Yeah.
the top of my head, but maybe one of my staff will have a bright idea.
Yeah, it's
I need
real.
some time to ask around.
It's a real
Can you
place.
call back later?
Sure thing.
Feel free
no,
to
it
call.
only exists in Nancy Drew's Secret of the Scarlet Hand. We know the truth.
Yeah, just like Arizona doesn't really exist. It only it's made up for Shadow Ranch. Just
Yeah.
Arizona doesn't exist.
Hi, this is Nancy Drew calling from Washington.
I mean, when I
DC.
drove
I'm
through
trying
it
to
on
reach
I
Prudence
only spent like
Rutherford,
45
please.
minutes
Oh, yes.
on my
President
drive from
told me you'd be
California to
calling.
Colorado.
Such dreadful news about Beach Hill. I will do everything in my power to
Which is
help
as
you
long
catch
as I want to
those
spend in Arizona,
rapscallions.
to be honest. No
think
offense
how
to
they
people who live in
violated
Arizona,
the
but
sanctity of my
I don't want to.
domicile. Good heavens.
I'm sorry to hear. about
Arizona
your
is a
loss.
lie made up by the
What can you
government.
Tell me about the
It's true.
necklace?
I can't even think about
Yo,
it.
they made Chaco Canyon
Just
from
the
Nancy
very
Drew into a
thought of
real
my
thing?
precious necklace
I love that.
orphaned and in the hands of some dirty
Thank you,
stranger
Double Bubs,
makes my
for the
blood
$4 and
Was the necklace
$3
a gift?
$4.03 donation
from my
to bring us
mother-in-law.
up to $705.69. Thanks.
Handful of priceless rubies.
Now people need to just leave that bit there.
I had the necklace restrung
Nice.
to include an exquisite jade carving. as the
Exquisite
centerpiece.
jade carving.
Genuine
Is this the one where
artifact
she
of
yells
the
at
ancient
her
Maya.
husband and
The
sounds like she's
carving
yelling at her
is
dog?
No.
the kind
That's Phantom
No, I
Menace.
think
Rutherford
Yeah.
family
Okay.
heirloom given to me by my
And we all know that her husband is Krollmeister.
What does the jade piece
Oh,
look like?
well.
It features a
I mean, that's not canon, but that's my theory.
give me a precise
Well.
translation, but most epigraphers have
Not
agreed
living here is the
that it
right
has
call.
something to
Thank
do
you.
With a snake, the color green,
Oh, it's
and the direction south.
do we actually talk to her in Danger by Design? I thought we only just
Think the
did
thief
stuff
or
for her.
thieves had any idea
We
what-
do talk to her because she calls and she's like, "Are my outfits ready?" And then Heather's like, "Nancy, go to the outfits right now."
Or insulted.
Yeah.
What about
Okay. I always
evidence?
forget that we
The
have to
first thing
talk to her
I
there.
saw when I opened my eyes was this positive
Phantom of Venice
Yeah,
is
I
your
think it's a
favorite.
small
Someone
scene.
says.
I nearly
I
jumped.
Someone
don't-
says what?
They say that Phantom of
A
Venice
red
Prudence is
handprint
their
was left
fave.
at the scene of the crime at Beach
I just
Hill,
don't
too.
like
Miss
real talk.
Rutherford, I'm almost
Real
certain
talk.
that
I
these robberies
don't
were committed
like
by the
Prudence
same
Rutherford.
person.
But why?
I think that is very fair.
I think she's a
Miss
fantastic
Rutherford, it would be
character,
so helpful about
but I
me
cannot
exactly what your
stand
carving looked like.
listening to her.
Send me a picture that
It's
shows
like
what
with-
you
Yeah,
it's-
she's a lot. She's a lot.
She's just so much.
Insurance company made it
Also, I mean, I have to say, in like this game that introduces her, like I don't have a lot of respect for someone who's like, literally just wear somebody else's ancient culture like on my neck. Like it's
No,
it's not
right?
even a replica. It's an actual artifact.
That's
So
like
that is
oof.
all you
It's
require,
very
young
oof.
lady, and we need to attend to other pressing matters.
Thanks a million, Miss
So my
Rutherford.
sister
I
has a
won't let you
theory
down.
Call me
that Prudence Rutherford
Oh, and
is
Nancy,
actually
when you find the villain,
Josiah
send this
Crowley
to me.
from Secret of the Old Clock. He's actually doesn't die. He just
That's
time
so
travels.
funny.
He just time travels
He's faked
forward.
his death.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, maybe he didn't fake it. Maybe he just acts. He time traveled forward in time, couldn't get back. So now he's just
Okay, yeah, I forgot that Secret of the Old Clock actually takes place in the 30s.
Yeah, it
May I
does.
speak to Henry
I know.
Daddle, please? Mr. Daddle, my name is Nancy Drew. This is a
You've
long
connected
shot,
the
but I'm
dots.
calling
Yeah,
regarding a
yeah.
Maya artifact that was bought at auction in
I'll tell
1898
Ariana
by
everyone
one
agrees with her.
Henry Albert Daddle. Does that ring
That's an
a bell?
incredible theory.
Henry
She's
Albert
got a lot of
Daddle
those.
Sr. was my great-grandfather. You're talking about the jade carving, right?
Yes, exactly. Wow, I can't believe my luck.
Well, it's a lucky life if you ask me.
I'm sorry.
Why did he say that in such a haunted voice? It's a lucky life if you ask me. Like,
Any information you could give me
Yeah,
about the one
honestly,
my
though.
great-grandfather bought would be very helpful.
I see.
Josiah
Well,
Crowley invented the mini golf
I
time
was the
machine.
last to inherit the carving.
If you get a
My
hole in
daughter,
one on
Nancy, was
everything,
so
and
intrigued
you
with it that I
accidentally
gave it to her.
jump forward in time
I'm
to
sure she'd be happy to
2002.
talk to you about it. All in her line. It's 555.
I love role playing the Great Depression. Yeah,
Will do.
I'm very excited. We're getting a clock run, right?
yes, we are.
Awesome, because I really should have just the schedule up in front of me.
Yeah, Secret of the Old Clock is second to last on
Tomorrow.
Sunday.
Ooh. Heartless Shroom will be
is
doing that
this
one tomorrow. I'm very excited for that run.
605-555-3197?
I'm actually excited for all the runs. I'm gonna say this every time.
No one calls me Penelope anymore.
Yeah, I have to say, I'm really afraid of running any game that has like a vehicle that you physically drive. So I have mad respect for anyone who wants to do Secret of the Old Clock, where you're like traveling around and you actually have to maneuver it.
Yeah, or Trail of the Twister. That would be also
Yeah, couldn't do
very
it.
difficult.
Nancy Drew. I'm a detective.
Couldn't be
A
me.
detective? No way. So do you get to wear a
I
sexy
love
tweed hat and
Secret of the
pick
Old
hairs
Clock
off dead
because
bodies
Nancy
and
clearly
clothes
has
and
no
stuff
idea the
like
Great
that?
Depression is
I don't
happening.
run into too many dead bodies these days, but there's plenty
Well,
of
the Great Depression hasn't started in Secret of the Old
It's my
Clock.
name.
It's like
Yeah.
just about to begin.
Yeah, it's the beginning of 1930.
No. You
So
see,
it's
all
like
a big
technically
coincidence. Your
like
dad's name
the
came up in
crash has
connection with a case
happened,
I'm working
but
on.
it had the fallout hasn't like
Don't tell me
really
he's wanted by
done
the
yet.
FBI. I'll be so
You know,
jealous.
But Jim Archer's like,
Yeah.
No FBI
um,
on this case.
it's bad.
Not wanted.
Okay, what then?
When's the donation incentive for
Someone is
Nancy Drew
stealing
trivia?
Maya antiquities,
I'll
jade
consider it.
carvings to be exact, and leaving this
I'll-
scary red
we'll
handprint
consider.
at the scene of every crime.
Ghastly.
Nancy
So
Drew
what's
trivia
with the red
though.
hand?
It seems like
I
some kind
know
of
lots of
threat.
trivia about
To
the
whom?
games, but if you
And
try to
what
ask
is
me
this
questions
beat
about the
really
books,
after?
I will not know
More than
anything.
money, I'm sure of it.
Mostly because
Drama.
So
I
where did
read the
Dad
books when
come
I
in?
was
I got a
in
tip that
elementary
your
school. I
great-great-grandfather
read a fair
wanted
amount
to
of
take
them,
carving
and
and
I
track
remembered
the
nothing.
ones that are being stolen. I'm hoping to take a look at it.
You mean
I
that ancient
I
green
have
rock
no
with
memory
weird
of the game
symbol
of
on
the
it?
books whatsoever. I
I
remember
slapped some
that
shoe
I
polish
the
on it
first one I
and
read
stuck
was
it in one of my
Password to
paintings.
Larkspur Lane
Poppy, what
because
were
it
you
was in my
thinking?
3rd
You'll
grade
never
classroom.
get it back.
That's the whole point. Have you heard the saying that a work of art is never finished, just abandoned?
Abandoned.
That idea to limit by making art that will keep changing.
Why does she talk like Moira in Schitt's Creek?
I'm tired of artwork
A little
that
bit.
says, don't touch. I'm all about letting go, about sending my work into the world and seeing how it continues to become. Don't you see?
Don't you
It's an
see?
organic process. I mean,
She's like, I'm gonna
how
put
can
this
people really
ancient
relate
artifact
to
that
art
has
if
nothing
it
to do with
doesn't come
my
to
culture,
life
and I'm gonna put it in my
grow
artwork.
and die? Just like
And then
Jeez.
Nancy's like, I don't think your dad will appreciate this.
Your dad would be very pleased about this.
Like, your
You
dad's
know?
the issue here,
Nancy,
yeah.
Don't be such a prude.
Don't be such
Taylor's
a
probably forgot
prude.
that artwork.
What?
Poppy calling Nancy a prude is so iconic.
Tell him you want to see the piece called Deadly Midnight Snack. It's the one with the rubber shark.
The one with the rubber shark.
Yes.
You know, this game also has a wild ending.
Well, take a closer look.
Oh,
at the
yeah.
sweets.
I think it's one of the wildest
If you really need
endings,
the carving to crack this case, why don't you just go
to
ahead
be
and
honest.
take it?
What? Poppy,
Though,
you can't be
to be
serious.
fair, I
Sure,
didn't
why not?
remember
After all, this is a chance to
the
enact
like
exactly what
poem
I've been
for the
talking
longest
about,
time
the
because
organic
I always made my
process.
sister finish the
Inviting our
game because I was
viewers to
claustrophobic
interact
as a
with my
child.
work.
So
Liz,
I just had to
take the
leave the
carving, but you
room
have to
for
put
the
something
entire
in its
monolith
place.
section.
Something in its
Oh.
Like what? An old shoe? A subway
Yeah,
ticket?
earlier in this conversation, Nancy's like talking to Poppy and she's like, oh, I don't run into very many dead bodies. And I'm like, well, that's about to change.
Midnight snack.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
don't be afraid
you
to go
know,
way out. As an artist,
she's
I
almost
can tell
become
you that
one
inspiration
several
spikes
times.
in the mysterious ways.
I'll do
The
my
almost
best.
dying
Right
doesn't
on.
happen too much
But
in
let's
this
keep
game,
Taylor
right?
out of this. He probably
In this one, yeah, I don't know very many second chances in this game, actually.
that's
Just
all
the
art is
ending,
to him,
really.
You know. Merchandise.
Oh,
It's a
you can
gift.
die via
Good
ham
luck,
radio.
Nancy.
How?
By
Oh, yeah, you
reaching
can
in.
electrocute yourself. Yeah.
But other than that, I don't remember. That in the end. I think there might be one in the, like, exhibits.
Chaco Canyon Cultural Center.
Hi, this is
I can't think of
Drew
what.
calling.
Hi, Nancy.
Yeah.
It's Sheila.
You can drop the
Well, we
calendar
left our
stones and get
brains.
fired for it.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Came up with the original box that the
That's a
code
good
was
one.
packed in.
I don't
The
think
piece was
Last Train to
encased in a
Bohemian Canyon has
tiny
the least second chances. I think
Prevent
that's actually
damage
Midnight in
during
Salem.
shipping. I'm not sure
Because
how
I
much
think
good it'll do
the
you,
only
but I
second
can send
chances
it
are
to
in
you
the
if
end
you like.
game.
That just might
I
work.
know a lot of
Eric
people
left
haven't
Beach
played
Hill
that
as
one,
his
so I
forwarding
won't just
address.
specifically
So
say
I
it, but
know
in the
what to do.
tunnels,
I'll
you
send it
can
express.
drown, I think.
Thanks a million,
Um,
Sheila.
Good luck with your
And
investigation.
you can bring the whole house down on you with the with the one puzzle. But that's just it. Failing to use the glow stick when exiting the temple corridor will kill you, apparently.
I'd better get going.
See you around.
I was not supposed to click on him.
Look at that wacky Dada painting.
Be my guest. I just had a call from Poppy this morning. She says she's in a really creative period right now. I said, please, sweetie, if you get any more creative, they're going to lock you up.
Pardon me a moment, Nancy. I'll be right back. I hope.
Yeah, Lamont thought he was the first person in these games to get diarrhea. No, Sinclair's the innovator. There we go.
I've always thought that the cookies actually looked pretty good.
Don't ever say that out loud again.
When I was a kid, they reminded me of those oatmeal cream pies. I think they're a Little Debbie treat. That's what they always reminded me of. So I was always like, Hell yeah.
Okay, so now we do all the temple stuff.
Yep.
Wait, Get me out of here. What the heck? Okay.
Get me
I'm
out
not
of here.
playing this unless I get credit for it.
That's something that I did a lot as a kid, is just forgot to actually put the card in.
Yeah, that honestly, it should not start unless you put your card in. That's just rude.
I agree. I think at least in with the Haunted Carousel, they did make that so you couldn't do the games without the card, but then that's irritating the other way because you have to go get like refills on the card.
Oh, right.
It's like for padding, I guess. I don't know. Oops, I have been missing some donations. No, just one. Anonymous gave us $40 with no comment. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
I hate the refills. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like so weird to me. Space baby.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
What is happening? I can't even see where I'm going.
I didn't realize there was a mini map until.
Oh, I only found that out recently.
Tumblr, I think, is who pointed that out. I was like, are you kidding me? As a child, I got lost so hard. Heck yeah.
All right.
Nobody has strong passwords in these games. They also write them all down, which is just terrible. Congratulations.
Okay.
I love a good Windows 98 maze. What I love in... I'll wait. I won't talk about that yet. But it's one of those things of like, when I was a kid, I was obsessed with those. So, which is funny, because I'd never actually been inside a maze like that until 2018. When I was visiting my husband's family in England. We went through a hedge maze, and I went with my husband and his mom, and we... they both got so nervous because they were like, are you sure you know where you're going? And I was like, it's okay. We can just follow the right. It's okay. I remember when I was in a specific... Oh, what class was I in? I was in a Chicano art class, I think it was. And I remember that one of the pieces of artwork I was having to memorize for a test was of Tlaloc. And I remember being like, heck yeah. I got this one. This is a name that's burned into my memory. Oh man, thank you for the donations. Thank you from Clout Chaser 69 for the $24. Charities for nerds. Yeah. I'm here for the clout and to remind people that Dr. Phil is a bad person who should not have millions of dollars in a TV show. I mean, you're not wrong, to be quite honest. But not really relevant to this Nancy Drew charity stream. You know, I'm not shaming. You love to see it. Yeah. This one's just a replica, right?
No, that was Prudence's. Oh yeah, so that is a replica.
Good thing that the replica works.
Nancy, it's
Nancy?
The police
Nancy?
third degree, but now the board has suspended me. To make a long story short.
To make a long story short.
Set foot in the museum.
I'm sorry.
Please call
Her
Franklin
voice
Rose and
actors.
try to reason
It's
with him.
just
If we don't get a move on, this
so
exhibit
strong.
is going straight down the tubes. To replay messages.
Just the end of the message. Just being straight down the tubes.
Now I think, did I do that right? Yeah, so that's like a glitch that transports you back to your hotel.
Franklin Rose, please.
That's fantastic.
Nancy, you must be psychic. I was just getting
You
ready
must
to
be
And-
psychic.
Oh, really? Why?
I feel I should apologize for the
Apologize.
situation that's going on.
The situation.
really did think we were setting you up
Isn't
with
the
a
voice
nice
actor for
little
Franklin Rose the
internship
same one who
breather
did
from your casework,
Frank Hardy
but
for a while?
instead it looks like we've fed you to
Oh,
the
I don't know.
Don't worry, I'm used to it. by
Y'all are gonna
now.
need to
And
raise the
after
goal.
all,
We
this
are.
situation is
It's
no more
it's
trivial than my recent attempt at a ski vacation in Wisconsin.
we will.
Anyway, about Beach Hill.
I think I know what
Yeah,
you're
you looked
going
away for
to
30
say.
seconds and missed the glitch because it's that quick.
Let me be frank. Joanna
Yeah,
Riggs has
let me
been
be
in the
frank.
doghouse
Well,
with
maybe
the
you
board
are. I
for
don't know.
months. Her thirst for acclaim
That's how they got the idea.
and the reputation of Beach Hill time and again. Now that we've lost the Bacall carving, one of our most notable pieces, well, she's just got to be stopped.
Don't you
She's
believe
just
she's
got to be
genuinely concerned
stopped.
about the welfare
I'm
of the museum?
sorry.
Good intentions are no substitute for integrity and sound judgment.
There's
Nancy.
something about it that
Look,
just
I've
cracks
got
me
a
up.
client waiting, Nancy. What we need now is for you to take up the slack. I've spoken to
Listen,
the board
18-year-old girl with a high school diploma, run the museum for me.
We're
You
counting on
you
to
were in
catch
college
this
for a
thief
semester. That
red-handed.
makes you.
Kiddo. If you can get the Bacall back, we'll see about giving Ms. Riggs another chance. That seems fair, doesn't it?
I've recovered the
That
Yeah, but
seems
if you do the glitch where it transports you to the hotel, it skips a conversation with Mr. Rose. Like otherwise, you call Franklin Rose and it like
Where in the world
you
did
have a
find
different conversation
behind all this
first.
Nonsense.
Mr. Rose,
It's weird.
the case is far from closed.
And then also you need to like change the time in order to have the package show up.
Sorry, but I can't explain everything now. I'll
Yeah.
take good care of the carving.
That's
I
the thing that
promise.
always kills me is
What can I
remembering
say,
what I
Nancy?
need to
I
do for
don't like
packages
it.
to show up.
I
When
don't
I'm
It is
playing
really
this
hard to
casually,
trigger things.
do what you have
I'm
to
like,
do,
I
but
don't
let's get
remember
this
what I
mess
need to be
cleaned
doing.
up, all right?
So you'll call Joanna and invite her back to work?
I'll call her right away.
Thanks, Mr. Rose.
That's what I'm here for.
That's what I'm here for.
Well, you're not here for much else, sir. You really
Oh,
don't do
what?
much for us.
Okay, let's just do that.
Oh god, I hate that noise. We used to mute my laptop when we knew that the alarm was gonna go off. We would,
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
because I had one of those that had like a little dial on it that you could turn to turn the sound up and down. We would just immediately turn it down.
Thanks for clearing my name, Nancy.
Thanks for clearing my
Honestly,
name,
I mean,
Nancy.
What kind of moron would I be to try and ruin my own exhibit? Anyway, we
Okay, we're getting close to the end here.
Okay.
I need you
Am I on track for world record? I think I am.
Crates.
We're at an hour and 2 minutes.
Fancy security device.
Dang! Missed it by that much.
Bye.
Bye. At least you didn't say Semper Ubi Saboobi. That's sexual harassment, ma'am.
I love it when she says that.
I bet her to make a mold from this foam core.
Maybe. I don't think that's how that works, but you know, you do you.
Something's missing here.
Something's missing here. That's
That
yet again.
noise.
That's one of those like
It's
iconic.
immediately hard.
What's the noise it makes?
Hello, can you... What? Rotate. Oh, am I missing one? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
What am I missing?
I don't.
Well, let's try sleeping real quick.
Yeah, we did the cast. People are troubleshooting in the chat for us. Did we find the one in the exhibit?
Where's that one?
Wait, the Bacall carving? Oh, did you get the one in the storage room with the code?
Oh, that's
the
what I'm
one.
supposed to do right now, because Joanna just gave me the code. I'm dumb.
See? That's why. Thank you. Thank you, Galen.
I like got too excited because I walked in there and I was like, oh, package. And I forgot why I even went in. Incredible. I think even despite that, world record?
According to Henrik's notes, I need to make a key out of these pieces.
Really, Nancy? Me when I get a package in real life. Yeah. I always get so excited to get mail. I won't lie to you. Okay, let's lug these heavy stones around in our pockets.
Wow, these I'm not sure I can hold on.
Wow, these are heavy.
Shut up, Nancy, calm down.
I like that you can just drop them.
Looks like this side is
And
missing
then
a part.
it's like we're in the middle of solving this mystery and we can just get fired
The
for
poem
that.
said, "When
It's like,
my
okay,
first
then
king
fine, go find your own
sings
call
again."
carving. Oh yeah, she's probably actually holding them in her hands. I agree. But I think it's funnier to imagine her just shoving it in her purse.
Where? Oh, here it is. Okay.
I'll have to choose which side of the cube goes here.
Nancy.
What could possibly be going on?
This is always like so exciting.
Interesting.
Interesting. She's got that Mary Poppins bag. Yeah. Nancy shoves so many things in her pocket she should not shove. Like half melted butter. Turkey.
I wonder what's inside.
Okay.
Blank.
Who's your friend, Nancy?
Oh, so good.
Sinclair.
Who'd you expect? The Tooth Fairy? Looks like someone forgot her beauty cream. I guess we can't all age gracefully.
You're not aging gracefully, sir. You're aging
We're
like
talking about
spoiled
Henrik.
milk.
Top-notch assistant,
Oh
Nancy,
yeah,
but
exactly.
I'm afraid you're just not going to make it in the art world.
Rude.
How incredibly rude.
Why are you doing
Why are you
Nancy, do you have
doing
any
this?
idea what that book contains?
Sorry.
This tomb and all of its contents belong to Mexico.
At least she admits that.
Finders keepers, I say.
Yeah, she comes around to in the end.
Has
Yeah.
any contents? Won't they get a surprise when they finally open it up and find that it contains a 7th century scribe and a 21st century detective?
Well then.
Adios, Nancy.
Adios, Nancy. Okay.
Wait, where? Here it is.
I'm starting to run out of air in here.
Terrifying as a child. Like a brutal death. Okay. Remember to tell me time, because it's more fun.
They're waiting out here, just assuming I'm gonna figure it out.
The foolish villain stews in the
When did they release Henrik from the hospital? News to me.
From deep in the recesses of time, a wise royal scribe whispers her thanks.
And a priceless chapter of history.
I feel like I'm back in theater school.
This is the best bit in the entire game.
What in the world?
What in the world?
So traumatic.
Confound you, Nancy Drew!
Dear Dad.
Time.
Oh, that was it.
Oh,
That was,
man.
I can't
That
wait
was
to
an
see
hour
exactly
and
what
8
we're
minutes and
doing.
30 seconds.